The Small Light. A Quietude story for hopeless days. Nothing is required of you right now. Not optimism, not resilience, not the ability to turn this day into a lesson. Some days don't collapse. They just sag, like a mattress that forgot its purpose. You wake up in the middle of the dip, the place where the springs gave up years ago, and for a moment you think the whole bed is sliding toward the floor. But it isn't. It's just tired, like you. The ceiling above you is the same ceiling as yesterday. Same faint water stain shaped like a balloon that lost interest in flying. Your phone says 7:42 a.m. You don't remember setting an alarm for 7:42, but there it is, insisting. Some days feel like that. Unplanned, but still happening. You sit up. The mattress exhales under you. A tired, defeated sound, like it's saying, "We're doing this again." You say nothing back because you don't have the energy to argue with furniture. In the kitchen, the coffee tastes like it gave up halfway through becoming coffee. Not bitter enough to be interesting, not sweet enough to be comforting, just brown. You drink it anyway, because you already made it. Because throwing it away would feel like a bigger failure. Nothing dramatic, just slightly wrong. Do you remember the time you spent 30 full seconds pushing on a door that clearly said pull? Not because you couldn't read it, but because your brain refused to accept that the universe could be that simple. So you pushed again, harder, like stubbornness might rewrite physics. And when someone finally opened it from the inside, you pretended you were just checking the hinges. Some days feel like that, like the world is labelled correctly, but you still can't get it open. Outside, the air is too cold for the jacket you chose, and too warm for the heavier one you left behind. You picked wrong, but only slightly. At the bus stop, a man is carefully peeling the label off a water bottle. Not drinking the water, just peeling slowly. Like the label personally betrayed him. The bus is late. Of course it is. The electronic sign flickers between two arrival times, neither of which feel true. 3 minutes. 9 minutes. 3 minutes again. Time apparently is also unsure of itself today. Do you remember the time you laughed at a joke half a second too late? Everyone else had already moved on, and your laugh arrived alone, floating in the room like a confused balloon, and you tried to turn it into a cough, or a throat clear, or some kind of neutral body noise, but it just hung there. A late lonely laugh. Some days feel like that. Like your reactions are slightly out of sync with the world. Inside the bus, the seat fabric smells like old rain and forgotten sandwiches. You sit down anyway, because there's nowhere else to sit. A woman in front of you is whisper arguing with her phone. "I said fine," she hisses, then softer. "No, it's fine." Then even softer. "It's just fine." You wonder how many relationships end on the word fine. Outside the window, the city looks like it forgot to finish waking up. Half-open shops, a man dragging a trash bag that leaks a slow trail of coffee grounds, a dog that looks more confident than its owner. You get off 2 stops early, not on purpose, you just weren't paying attention. You walk instead. The sidewalk is uneven. Every third step feels like a tiny betrayal. Do you remember the time you reheated something in the microwave, opened the door, and forgot about it completely? And hours later you found it again, cold, rubbery, like a meal that waited for you and then gave up. Some days feel like that, like something in you has been reheated too many times. You keep walking. Your destination doesn't feel important anymore. Movement does. Your feet carry you into a laundromat you don't remember choosing. The sign in the window flickers between letters. Laudomat, like even the word itself is tired. Inside, the air is warm, soft with humidity and detergent. The machines hum, not loudly, not aggressively, just a low circular sound, like someone whispering, "It continues, it continues, it continues." You sit on a plastic chair that flexes under your weight. Across from you, an elderly woman folds towels with the seriousness of a surgeon, each corner aligned, each edge smoothed. She notices you watching and says, "Warm clothes are one of the last honest pleasures." You're not sure what that means, but it sounds right. She hands you a towel, still warm from the dryer. "Here," she says, "try it." You press it to your face, and for a moment the world shrinks to heat, cotton, and the faint smell of soap. No past, no future, just this square of warmth. It's not joy, not exactly, but it's something softer, something quieter, the kind of relief that doesn't need a reason. You hand the towel back. She nods like you've both completed a small sacred ritual. The machines keep turning, round and round, shirts and socks and ordinary lives tumbling in circles. Nothing dramatic, just motion. Do you remember the time you found money in a coat you hadn't worn in months? Not a lot. Just enough to surprise you. Just enough to feel like the universe slipped you a quiet apology. Some days are like that. Not good, not terrible. Just holding a small, unexpected kindness somewhere in the lining. The woman leaves with her basket of folded warmth. You stay a little longer, just to listen to the machines, just to feel the air that smells like soap instead of disappointment. Your phone buzzes. A message, nothing urgent, just someone asking, "Are you around later?" You don't answer yet, but you don't delete it either. That feels important. You step outside. The air is still cool, still undecided. But your hands remember the warmth of the towel. Your face remembers the softness, and something inside you. Not hope. Not exactly, but something adjacent to hope shifts a few millimeters toward the light. Not a transformation, not a breakthrough, just a small adjustment in the angle. Enough to notice a bakery you hadn't seen before. Enough to smell bread in the air. Enough to consider, briefly, the idea of going inside. You don't have to. But you could. Some days don't become good. They just become slightly less heavy. And sometimes that's the beginning of everything. Carry this quiet with you.